Welcome back to my YouTube channel where on a weekly basis I discuss an interesting aspect regarding food, nutrition, weight loss, or fitness. If you haven't done so already and you're new to the channel, welcome. Feel free, however, to hit that subscribe button. That way you never get to miss a notification from me. 15 interesting things you did not know about the ketogenic diet. Initially, the ketogenic diet was not developed as a treatment option for obesity or weight loss. The ketogenic diet initially was developed by individuals who were looking for treatment options for children as well as infants who were actually coping with the debilitating disease of epilepsy. Today, however, it's used extensively by individuals who are trying to lose weight, grappling with the chronic disease of obesity, as well as type 2 diabetes, and also as a treatment option for individuals who are pre diabetic. The ketogenic diet differs in many regards from the Atkins diet as well as the paleo diet. Although individuals on the Atkins diet are required to limit their carbohydrate intake, the Atkins diet places more emphasis on fat as well as protein consumption. Although the paleo diet places restrictions on the consumption of various carbohydrate dense foods such as pulses, and in all actuality, it cannot be considered a low carb diet. On the ketogenic diet, your cravings for sugary foods will lessen. On the ketogenic diet, the brain uses ketones for fuel since no glucose is available. It is possible for ketones to actually cross the blood-brain barrier. The keto diet, when done correctly, does not result in ketoacidosis. The average person do not produce elevated levels of blood ketone level, whereby they will be placed in a state of ketoacidosis. However, diabetic ketoacidosis is a complication which is often seen in individuals with type 1 diabetes. The ketogenic diet which individuals are using is actually not the same diet which is administered clinically. On the ketogenic diet, it's very important to monitor your daily intake of protein. If too much protein is consumed, amino acids in the form of alanine as in addition to glutamine will be converted into glucose, and this now would actually work counterproductive in your efforts in order to remain in a state of ketosis. However, it still needs to be low enough whereby you will not be utilizing your muscle mass. On the ketogenic diet, your appetite will diminish. Due to the consumption of foods which promote satiety, individuals who are on the ketogenic diet usually have a feeling of fullness. Since they do not have the urge to eat, they're not prone to snacking or grazing as many individuals do. Depending on where you started, it is possible while on the ketogenic diet for your blood lipid profile to drastically improve. However, what they do not see is an improvement in their LDL. This is of grave concern for individuals, especially who have type 2 diabetes, because of the correlation which is between cardiovascular disease as well as diabetes. You may be affected by the keto flu. Some of the symptoms which you may experience with the keto flu consist of dizziness, nausea, a feeling of lethargy, as well as constipation. The most efficient way to measure your ketone level is actually not by urinating on a stick. Using a finger stick mechanism or device which quantifies level of beta hydroxybutyrate is a more appropriate method whereby individuals will be able to measure their ketone levels. It is interesting to note that after a certain span of time of not eating a meal, individuals in general will start to produce ketones, whereby if at that point in time you did have to use the method of urinating on the stick, you would show that you're in a state of ketosis. Now, you don't want this. You don't want the idea that you're actually in that state. You want more or less not the false premise of being in ketosis, but you really want to be in a state of ketosis in order for the ketogenic diet to work. The ketogenic restriction on carbohydrates may negatively affect gut health. Now, where the trouble actually comes in is the fact that foods such as fruits, especially, are high in prebiotic fiber, which actually helps considerably with gut health. So, from time to time, individuals may find it a challenge in this regard. The best kinds of fats to utilize on the ketogenic diet are not animal fats. Heart healthy fats, as well as polyunsaturated fats, are to some degree the bread and butter of the ketogenic diet. If an individual, if you really want to see and experience a superior quality of the ketogenic diet, you should basically keep your fats of a plant-based nature. What this in essence means is that you'll be more or less not consuming as much of bacon and steaks as you would reason, but you would keep it more or less to things such as coconut, olive oil, nuts, particularly macadamia nuts, seeds, and avocados. Most people who do not commit to the ketogenic diet for a considerable amount of time have trouble maintaining their weight loss. Persons who do the ketogenic diet unfortunately fall victim to sort of like a yo-yo dieting cycle, whereby due to their lack of discipline or motivation or boredom, they fall off of the diet and then they go right back on in a couple of months and then off again a couple of months subsequent after that. Unfortunately, that does present quite a challenge, especially in terms of weight loss, because the weight which they initially lost, they tend to gain it right back, and unfortunately, it comes with a couple of friends. Surprise, surprise! The ketogenic diet is actually not as popular as most people think. What works against the ketogenic diet is the fact that it's not easy for individuals to actually follow. You require quite a bit of discipline if you're going to stick on with this diet for a certain span of time. In addition, there's a cost factor, and many times individuals are they're just not motivated to continue on the ketogenic diet.